Today, we are here to talk about a couple matches that I had where I did face a hacker in Dead by Daylight. They happen all the time, really. I've actually only really faced like two that I know of that are like bigger hackers, the more obvious cheats where they're flying around the map and stuff. We're actually here to talk about one of those today. Anyway, so the very first match that I had was actually against a pinhead, and the hacker was actually on my own team. I was playing Survivor, I was the Dwight, they were playing Fang. And actually in this first match, there really wasn't any obvious cheating. They do tell me later, actually in my own stream chat, that they were using subtle hacks during that game, but nothing super obvious because they were subtly hacking. There's not really much of a way to tell unless you've played the game for many, many hours, and honestly, if you're the killer, it's a little bit more obvious because you're in chase with them, but when it's just a Survivor buddy, you're not gonna notice. During this match, not really a whole lot of stuff happened. I died. I did die in this game, but right before I died, actually, the hacker does come into my stream chat to let me know that the killer is stream sniping me. Which, he's sniping? You think so? I think he's just pretty good. I thought it was really interesting because, well, one, I didn't know that they were my teammate at the time. I just thought it was a random person kind of going, hey, you might be getting stream sniped, you know? I didn't think anything of it, really, and honestly, as far as stream sniping goes, I put TTV in my Steam name, so it's kind of expected. It would be a little silly of me to assume that people aren't going to stream snipe me. But I thought it was really interesting that they did tell me that I was getting stream sniped. And then the match goes on like normal. The hacker does get out, and then they do pop again in the endgame chat in the game. And they do call out the killer actually for stream sniping, which was kind of funny, I won't lie to you. It was pretty funny. The killer had nothing to say to this, of course, but it was pretty funny. Let's fast forward a few hours now. So I actually do pair with them again, and I'm still playing Survivor at this point. Right before the match even starts, in the in-game chat again in the pre-game lobby, they do type to me saying that they recognized me, that we matched with them earlier. They say something else about stream sniping, and then a bunch of stuff gets censored, so I don't know exactly what they were trying to tell me. And then there was one thing that they said that was a little... should have been kind of an inkling that they were cheating, but I don't really face hackers that are this obvious, so I wasn't really sure. I'm so confused. What are they saying? Something about stream sniping? Something? I don't know. Into the game, I'm working on a gen up top on the backwater swamp. I'm just working on this gen. Nemesis is in a chase. He does down this cape pretty much right below me. I really did want to go for the flashlight save, and actually, by the way, our entire lobby had flashlights this game. So, flashlight saves were expected. Nice! I really wanted to be the one to do that, but I just did not have that angle. Good shit. Ends up getting a flashlight save, which at the time, like I said, I had no idea they were a hacker, and even the killer, I do chat with this killer later, and we were both just like, oh shit, you know, good save. But as the game progresses, he gets a lot more saves start happening, like, consistently. I did get this video, or this game, also from the killer's perspective, as well as mine. Now, all of this stuff is kind of whatever, it's not really that big of a deal, but actually, the hacks become a little more obvious later in the game when the Fang does get hooked for the first time into the basement. You'll see what I mean. Wait, no, I missed one. Oh wait, it wouldn't have mattered, I would've said that. It didn't matter. Shit, man! Breakout 2? Damn. What? Oh. Oh, suddenly this match is making a little bit more sense. Suddenly this match is making more sense. During this time, all of us really do get down. We all pretty much end up dying. You can see what's going on right before you. She started flying around the map. Her hook timer's paused. She's still stuck in the animation like she's on the hook. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So we all die. I let myself go as well. Everybody else kind of does once we realize this is going on. And then, unfortunately, it doesn't just stop right there. The hacker actually does start flying around the map a whole bunch and just having a jolly old time while the killer decides to kind of take a little snooze in the corner of the map because, like, he's like, what am I supposed to do, right? So at this point, too, the killer actually does come into my chat as well. So I have the hacker and the killer both in my stream chat at the same time. So we actually tried to tell the killer to shut the hatch, and even the hacker is like flying up above the hatch and stuff, actually. So he does eventually shut the hatch, and we were waiting for the endgame timer to go down, and I stayed and watched the whole time because I was curious, because for those of you that may not know, hackers do have the ability to, even after the end game timer goes all the way down, they can hold the game hostage and keep you in that game until you either DC or when the server crashes after like an hour. Now, in extreme cases, they do also have the ability to track your IP address and to repeatedly match with you over and over and over again if they so choose to keep doing this to you. Thankfully, that's not what happened here. The hacker is keeping the game hostage after the endgame timer goes. I actually find that they didn't do this intentionally. Silly enough, they didn't actually mean to do this. Is at least what they said. You'll take that as you will. Because as they were in my chat, they actually explained that they were new to the cheats and that they didn't mean to be holding the game hostage, that something got stuck. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. You still pay for a monthly subscription to cheat in a video game that a lot of people play on a competitive level. So, cheats are still cheats. It doesn't really make up for anything, you know? But the hacker does fix this and does let the killer go after like a few minutes after the endgame timer has gone. It does let him go. Thankfully as well, the killer does get his adept for this, which was just kind of nice. And he is in my chat talking it up a bit. I will pop it up on screen so you can see. I am gonna block out the hacker's name for Twitch. I know. It's just for people that do go out of their way to try to harass others and kind of make their day tough. I just don't want to do it back. I just don't really want to do it back. I don't want people to go out there and start harassing the person on Twitch. Okay? I kept his in-game name there for Dead by Daylight, but that's because the account has already been reported and is no longer a thing anymore, so it doesn't really matter. And the hacker does explain later that they have like unlimited accounts that they can just keep rotating out. It's true, they can just keep recycling them, so it doesn't really matter. The killer asked me to report them. Hell yeah, I reported them. It doesn't really do much of anything, like I said, because of the unlimited accounts, but it made me feel better, so I'm doing it anyway. For hacking, they do have some sort of software. I don't know exactly what it's called or anything about it. All I know what it does is it will specifically search for lobbies for people who have like TTV in their name so that they can specifically find TTV. It will not put them in a game. It will not put them in a game unless they get matched with somebody with like TTV or Twitch or TV or YouTube, things like that in their name. So that's what they're looking for because they want your reaction. He was in my chat for actually quite some time, and I even did ask him. I was really curious. I was like, oh, okay, you said that you were playing with me before. Were you playing with me when I was Killer, when I was Survivor? So you said you faced me earlier today. Was that when I was Killer? Were you stream sniping me then? Is that what you meant at the beginning of the match? I was kind of confused because it was censored. You were Survivor? I was Survivor when I was with you earlier? Okay. And at some point, apparently something that I said must have aggravated him in some way. I don't know. I understand the fun in it, you know? Goodbye, everyone. Maybe I'll match with you again tomorrow. I would prefer not. I have your ID now. Alright. I guess do what you gotta do. So next day rolls around, and actually I go pretty much the entire stream without him showing up in my chat. But lo and behold, he does eventually show up. Hi, me again, I'm the David. Oh. You're the TTVer? So you did come back today. He tries to troll me a little bit by saying that the game that I'm currently in, that he is also in and he's a David, because I was playing Killer at this point. I was playing the pig. And I'll tell you what, this game was super frustrating. I had a really hard game, okay? I was distracted, and also I just don't play the pig, and it was nasty. These survivors were giving me to work. He tries to tell me that he is this TTVer, and I just play the game like normal. I'm going for people when I can, I'm trying to do my business, I'm not doing anything extra, I just play how I play. And then he tells me by the end that he is in fact not the David, that he just wanted me to tunnel at the TTVer, so very nice, which I didn't do. Like I said, I just kind of played how I play anyway. Oh, by the way, the TTVer that I faced was absolutely exceptional. He was really, really good at the game. I couldn't catch him, I played horribly as well. But here's his tag. I'm keeping him up because I want you guys to go check him out. Just because he played really, really well and I did not. And honestly, just for the hacker for trying to get me to tunnel him out, go check him out. Go check him out. I'm sure he's a really swell guy. And pretty much that's all. Nothing else really happened. Thankfully, he didn't really like bully me. Not really. He never ended up pairing with me again. And I suppose he could always do it in the future if he really wanted to. But honestly, I don't really see the point. I don't really see the point. I'm sure he's off looking for somebody who will have a bigger reaction than what I did. So I'm pretty mellow. I think I just bored him out of leaving me alone. So there you go. If you're anti-TV, I guess just kill him with kindness, and then, you know, hopefully you'll just be on your way. But if you like this video, and you like this format of me kind of talking to you guys more directly, I don't usually do this, but this video needed a lot more explaining. I didn't want to just pop up a bunch of text on the screen like I normally do for some of my just edited down videos from my streams. But if you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up. I absolutely appreciate y'all. You have an excellent, excellent day. And those of you that do celebrate Thanksgiving, I hope that you have a beautiful Thanksgiving. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you guys on the next one.